Good morning everybody and welcome to the King's Guards channel fan account. So we're currently situated just outside Clarence House in central London, just off the Mall. But I've just seen something super exciting. So if I zoom in, as you can see there are 8 SEG motorbikes there, which stand for Special Escort Group. And they are all waiting for someone very important to leave this area. Not too sure who it will be, but you can see there's a Range Rover behind those motorbikes. So they're currently on duty waiting to escort someone very important from Clarence House. Now, my guess is it is King Charles, but it could be another member of royalty. So what we're going to do this morning is we're going to take a little walk up towards Buckingham Palace, which is to my left. We're going to see if there's any activity this way. Let the cyclist pass. Alright, so it's a grey, wet and windy morning in the UK. Nothing unusual there. Obviously, it was only yesterday when it was bright blue skies. And as the weather changes constantly in the UK, today we have very dark grey clouds. So changing of the guard happens in about 15 minutes from now. And I believe we have the Scots Guards taking duties today. They are the new guard. So we're just walking towards Buckingham Palace. Now Buckingham Palace is just off St James's Park there to the left, and to the right is Green Park. And another way of telling that there's royalty present is the royal standard is flying high this morning. So, very exciting. Now there's a lot of police present as well. Just making sure that members of the public don't cross the road when they're not meant to. And you can see lots more police here on bikes and bicycles, and over there as well. So as it is wet and rainy today, there's not so many tourists around, which makes it slightly easier to walk around. Good old morning chat with the police officers. So you can see that the majority of the public have already gone towards the palace itself. Now right there is the right entrance, the right gate to Buckingham Palace. And these lucky folk are probably just waiting for the guards today, but they might be lucky enough to see a member of royalty. Now who will it be? Now because there's a Jeep, a Range Rover, it's quite hard to guess who it will be, because usually the King travels in his maroon Bentley, which is very recognisable when you see it, unless they also drive that car out as well. Got police on horseback. So let's get a bit closer to the palace. Now if you're enjoying these videos, make sure you subscribe, And if you're liking this video in particular, make sure you hit that like button. It really does help the video circulate and let others like yourself view this channel. Now they are clearing the roads. Probably going to have some movement any moment now. And as you can see, it's super empty in front of us, as in it's empty on the road. Now no one is allowed on the road, so you can stand right on the edge of the path. As long as you're on the path, it's totally fine, but you step 1 foot off that path or the sidewalk, and you will very quickly know about it. A police person will come running over, if not shout at you to get back on the path or the sidewalk. Now every now and again they let some members of the public just pass over quickly if they see that it's clear to do so, but as soon as they get radioed in that the King's Guards are marching their way to the palace, they have to make sure that the road is clear. Now even though it's a dark, rainy day today in London, still quite an excitement in the air. And it's many people's first time seeing changing the guard. Many people have travelled miles and miles to come and see this. So like I said earlier on, the royal standard is flying high. So, fun fact, if the Union flag is flying high, it means that royalty is not in. It has to be the royal standard which is flying, and that's what we have right in front of us now. You can see it looks very different. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to go and assess the situation over by Clarence House to see if the SEG, that's the special escort group on motorbikes, are getting ready to escort a member of royalty. Now it's not that often you get to see that, and there are so many bikes today, that's 8 motorbikes. So that could mean that there are 2 vehicles being escorted. So it really is unfolding in real time right now. No one knows, it's obviously all confidential, the whereabouts of royalty. So let me know where you're tuning in from today. Whereabouts in the world are you watching this video? I've had some amazing comments lately on our latest uploads. People from all over the globe. It's absolutely incredible. So we're literally just walking towards Clarence House. Now, if you don't know anything about Clarence House, now it is the official residence of King Charles. So he, in fact, lives in this white building right in front of us. And he does his work duties at Buckingham Palace. So he doesn't live at Buckingham Palace, he indeed lives at Clarence House. Just an incredible area, right in the heart of the royal parks. Again, just situated off St James's Park and Green Park. Now there are other members of public over here as well, so it could be someone getting ready. Oh, here we go. I can see blues and twos. All right.
I don't know.
Wow, there we go. That is a royal motorcade right there, coming out of Clarence House and probably heading straight into Buckingham Palace. Now, who was in that front car? Okay, so they're driving straight past Buckingham Palace down towards Wellington Arch. So someone is clearly going off for their royal duties today. That was a 3-car motorcade, so quite a big motorcade. That was just incredible. Now let me know in the comments below who you think was in that car, who was being escorted by the SEG. Such great timing there. They really do drive past super quick. They give no one any notice. It's great to show you exactly how things are as they unfold. And again, if you're liking this video, make sure you give it a like and subscribe. And if you wish to become a channel member, then the link is in the description below. That really does help us, help support the channel to create incredible content just like this. Aren't they just stunning? All right, so back to Buckingham Palace. So we've already just seen a motorcade. Now we are expecting to see changing of the guard. Now that was super exciting. Did not expect to see that this morning. So I'm going to stay on this side because from this angle we're going to see possibly the band of the Household Cavalry march past just here. And we're going to get a really good view. Now it's not actually that important to stand outside of Buckingham Palace because that's when the guards go straight into the palace and then they're behind the gate. So if we stand here, we're going to get an excellent view of the guards themselves. And then later on, we will see the Household Cavalry on horseback riding right past us. So stick around, relax, get yourself a cup of tea, true British style, and enjoy the view. So these police officers have been out here for hours now, and it is a cold, wet day. So they're doing a fantastic job. So they're making sure that the road is clear. Now occasionally, when it is so wet, the band don't play the music, they just march. So not too sure if we're going to hear any musical compositions today. But if we're lucky, it's just starting to dry up ever so slightly, so we might get the full thing today. It's wonderful to have so many of you on board. We are approaching 250,000 subscribers. It's just an incredible amount. Now we thank each and every one of you for subscribing. And again, let me know where you're tuning in from. So the only people on the road right now that I see are the cyclists. So the police allow cyclists to carry on until the very last minute. But if you're walking on the road, then they will tell you to clear the road almost immediately. So we're currently waiting for the guards and the band to march from this direction and hopefully right in front of us here. Then they will pass left and they will go into the left gate of the palace first, and then we will see more guards and more musicians pass, and they will enter the right gate, and then we're expecting to see the household cavalry pass right in front of us. So you can see lots of other members of the public waiting patiently, and I see an unmarked Volvo heading straight towards us. Now that unmarked car will have armed police. So they often drive with their windows down because they are armed police. Now in the UK, our police aren't usually armed. Day-to-day officer, but any special event or high security event, we do have police that are armed. So we're literally right outside of Buckingham Palace right now, waiting for changing of the guard. Okay, so someone been told to get off his bike. He clearly just wants to ride down, but it's a very strict protocol. No one is allowed down the Mall. Now he's being walked by the officer. So in this special occasion, He's being walked by the officer and probably immediately taken to the sidewalk. Lots of communication going on this morning. You can tell something's about to happen because the roads are super clear, the police are on the comms, and there's a lot of anticipation happening. Very interesting. So that's a member of the military in that car. He's just flashed some kind of official badge. You don't really see that often. So it's quite amazing, really. We really are just in the crowd. So look, we've got audience members to the right and left of me. It's really starting to get busy. See right there. Time check. As I said, these police officers have been out for hours already this morning, so it is, I can imagine it's quite difficult when it is this cold and wet. But they do an excellent job of crowd control. And today isn't that busy. Sometimes in the summer months it can get extremely crowded, shoulder to shoulder, and once you have your place, you aren't moving. So let me know in the comment box below, have you been to changing of the guard? Have you seen it in real life? Or is this the first time that you're viewing it? Now I really do make these videos to give you a real understanding of exactly what goes on, a point of view, perspective. And again, if you're enjoying this video and you're sitting back and relaxing, then do give it a thumbs up. Incredible statue right there. So you can stand on the Victoria Memorial right here. So there's a circular memorial right in front of the palace itself. So if you stand here, you do get a better view as you're slightly higher than down here, let's say. However, if you are on this circular section in the middle of the road, once they've cleared the road, you can't leave. So many tourists do indeed get stuck on this centre section as they walk onto the steps here and then very quickly realise that they can't leave the area until the police say they can, which could be anything from 45 minutes or an hour and a half, depending on how long they close the road for. And again, the royal standard is flying high, which means royalty is present. Okay, so something unusual, which I don't really see that often, is we have two police officers here with someone which could be an undercover police officer, but I'm not so certain. Because they wouldn't just be stood there in the middle of the road with the other officials. So if you know what's going on here, let me know in the comment box below. That is interesting. A very good view indeed of what's to come. So I can hear in the distance that the band are indeed marching and playing, and they're going to be in front of us anytime soon. Okay, there we go. We have a glimpse of the band of the Household Cavalry. You can just see their helmets glistening away. So it's not that often that you get to see the band of the Household Cavalry with the Blues and Royals and the King's Life Guards regiment here, escorted by the police on horseback. And they're going to pass right in front of us. And we have an incredible situation that's going to happen soon. So we're going to have the crossing of the Household Cavalry band and the horse-mounted Household Cavalry, which I've just seen that they are riding right behind me, so I'll pan around and show you that in a quick second. This is fantastic. Again, let me know where you're tuning in from and give this video a like. Wow. Okay, we also have something super exciting to see as well. We indeed have the King's horse, and you will see that in just a second. Extra traditions happen when royalty is present. Wow. Okay, so here we go. Okay, everyone, so I'm going to quickly pan around because we have the Household Cavalry on horseback. Now this is incredible. Here we go, the King's horse is present. Stunning horses. This is the King's Life Guards regiment. They are carrying their colour. All right, so let's do something super exciting. Let's go and follow them. Now it is extremely busy now, so it will take a quick mo to leave this crowd and we will catch up. And as I said earlier, armed police in the cars with their windows open. So bear with me as we get through the monstrous amount of crowds right now, and we will catch up to the household cavalry. Now this really is giving you a first person's perspective on what it's like around Buckingham Palace, even on a rainy day. Extremely busy. Now you just got to be patient to walk through. You will get where you need to be eventually, but it will just take you a little bit longer. All right, so it's starting to clear just in front of me. And I will walk as quick as I can to catch up.
Well, that's what you just saw.
So the reason why it's super busy right now is because all these people have walked with the band of the household cavalry. So they've waited for them at St. James's Palace, which is just past Clarence House. And they've walked with the household cavalry band towards Buckingham Palace. Now, as that's happening, the household cavalry, horse-mounted guards right in front of us, go in the opposite direction. So for some reason, they are riding down the Mall extremely quick today. So do bear with me while I'm trying to catch up. Usually they have a slower pace than this. Something has made them go extra quick. Now, is it because they need to arrive at their destination on time? Did something take longer than usual? Who knows? Wow, they really are moving quick today. I am running down the sidewalk right now to give you a view. Again, give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, and if you wish to support this channel more than watching the videos, do join as a member. The link is in the description below. All right, bear with me while I get my breath back. All right. So the King's Lifeguards, which is who we can see right in front of us, have just left Knightsbridge Barracks. So that's in an area called Knightsbridge, and they are riding to Horse Guards Parade, which is just off Whitehall. Now you can see they've slowed down their pace. and they are off to change. They're off to do changing of the guard and to switch out with the Blues and Royals regiment. And they are Blues and Royals wear the dark navy blue cloaks, and as you can see, the King's Life Guards are in red. So we will get right by them in just a moment, but we have to let the whole convoy pass before we cross the road. Nothing is allowed between the back car and the front horses. So now that that police car has passed, I think it's safe to cross. Just incredible. So these riders control the reins with one hand so that they have excellent skill. This person in the middle there is carrying the colour, which is, some would say that it looks like a flag, but it is indeed the colour. Now, for those that haven't seen this in real life, I can tell you it's incredibly powerful. These guards on horseback riding through central London. They're just about to approach Horse Guards Parade, which is the sandy area. Okay, so we're gonna get even closer in a second. Have to wait for the police unit to pass, which is just here. Now, don't want to get in the way of these police vehicles, then they're swapping, so we have to wait for them to change. All right, so here we go. Let's cross and get close. And if you are visiting, changing of the guard in real life, do always make sure to stay away from the guards, observe from afar, and if the police tell you to do something, then follow their rules as well. And if you do all that, then it can be a great experience. Wow, look at that.
Je regarde dans les téléphones. Venez. Qu'est-ce qu'il y a? Non.
Moi ça, je vois ça sur le téléphone comme ça.
So you could hear those chimes. They were completely on time. Perfect timing from the military this morning. Extra traditions for the king this morning. So they just did a change there with the colour. Okay, everyone, so we have the King's Lifeguards here, right in front of us. They are the new guard. And to the left, in front of us, the Blues and Royals. And they are the old guard. So they're switching out, and they will wait here for some good time now, staying very still and patient. It's extremely busy around here. So what I'll do is I'll give you a little walk around the back, just give you a view, especially as there are extra traditions going on right now because the king is in. As you can see, the horse on the end there, looking incredible. So let's walk around. Again, if you're enjoying this video, give it a thumbs up and let me know where you're tuning in from. So we're currently at, okay, one moment, we have some activity going on here. Just going to come back quickly because again we've got more royalty in the area. It's an incredible sighting. Oh, that's not royalty. That right there is the Prime Minister. So 10 Downing Street is literally just here. And what they do is they were escorting the Prime Minister this morning. The police are holding members of the public to not cross. Again, you must do as they say. Quite incredible. We have so much activity today. SEG, Special Escort Group, armed police in this car as well. Wow, now that is quite a rare sighting. SEG on their way back, driving extremely quickly. They mean business. They really do mean business. Incredible. So, back to Horse Guards Parade. Now, it really is an incredible morning. Lots and lots of activity. We've had royalty in their motorcade this morning. We've seen the band of the Household Cavalry pass. We've walked with the King's Lifeguards on horseback, which are part of the Household Cavalry Regiment. And we've just seen the Prime Minister enter the back of 10 Downing Street in the heart of London. Now, what more could you want? That is just incredible. So as I said, I'll just give you a little walk around the back here so you can get a good view of that incredible horse on the end. Now this troop right here on the end has a different plume. Here's a red plume. And I believe that's a trumpet there as well. So we zoom right in. Incredible uniform. Impeccable. Okay, so we've had a horse just leave the group there. Sometimes they do occasionally get disturbed and they can back up quite quickly, so you have to be really careful. Now this really is as close as you're going to get. The standards are second to none. Exquisite. So let's walk around to the other side and I'll go and show you the Blues and Royals. Now they are the old guard, so they will, later on, they will indeed change and they will head towards or head back to Knightsbridge Barracks. Look at this stunning horse on the end as well. Now these white horses only come out when the king is present, so this is a rare sighting right now. It's not every day you get to see this.
Very similar, but they are the most, that'll be very, very old. And that's worth a lot. Their colours going back to 200 years.
Letztes Mal waren wir auf der Hund.
Incredible. So right now, for those that don't know London so well, we are in the centre of London right now, so Zone 1. And we are currently on the Horse Guards Parade, which is just off St James's Park. And the nearest famous area to this area is Trafalgar Square. So if you've heard of Trafalgar Square, then we are just around the corner off Whitehall. Again, there, every now and again a horse decides to do something, decides just to do its own thing. Trying to calm him down and get him back in line. Doing an incredible job of that, actually, because that horse looked like it was ready to do the rounds. Now, for some reason, sometimes they just get a bit restless and they do their own thing. But the majority of the time, they stay impeccably still, just like these. Very well trained indeed. So let's go and walk around the front and have a view from there. So the police on horseback here will stop anyone from entering the area behind the fence. So you can see here there's a little small fence. It's just a chained off section. Now, no one is allowed in here. And again, if anyone oversteps the mark and steps inside the chained off area, you will quickly be told to get back, now probably by the police and most definitely by the guards. This is their area. They have permission to move you on. But you can happily spectate behind the chained area for as long as you like. And it's a glorious, glorious view right now. And I'm so glad it's not raining, because it really does make it difficult to view. Obviously the guards get soaking wet, the horses get soaking wet, and members of the public also have to embrace the wet weather. But hey, it's the United Kingdom, and our weather fluctuates hour by hour. I'm going to pan out just so you have some perspective of the size of the area.
Remember me telling you that I told you yesterday? I was running through Regent's Park, and you were yesterday, and I was running and it was going dark, and I ran and it was one of these. One of those that hit my leg.
So that right there is the chime to say it's 11:15 a.m. Now at 1:30, so that's 11:30, that is when they will do the change.
Okay, so that's 4 tracks, isn't it, back in there? That's 4 tracks, very short.
So that keeps the guards in time. So every time they listen to that chime, they know what time it is.
would be nice and tasty. It's a bit like having a blanket. Those are called your coats. We call those coats.
So you can imagine they don't wear watches.
So underneath it will have just one winter. These are called a winter dress. In the summer months they won't have a great
Incredible uniform. So this is their winter uniform. They do change in the spring to something lighter. It's the same colours, but it's a different look. And these cloaks obviously keep them warm during the winter months. It's nice to see them just having a good old chat in the morning. Good old morning conversation, just like any other human being. Now that horse is wanting to move around. So what we're going to do is we will stay here until the change, which is in just around 10 minutes time. We will see something impressive. So more Blues and Royals will leave this archway here in the middle. They will come out of this archway and they will ride with their fellow troops here, and then they will ride towards Knightsbridge Barracks. But as for now, you can see that armed police are keeping this area clear. Now, I did say that usually the police in the UK, they're not armed, but because we are in an area with lots of activity, royalty, Prime Minister, etc., government buildings, then there are a lot of police around here with arms. So you can see there right now, very highly trained officers. So the police folk on horses right now, they often become the go-to point of an information outlet, let's say. So lots of people ask the police what's going on. But their job is indeed to keep members of the public safe and keep the area organised. Alright, so as you can see, this video is literally showing you what it's like in real life as the event unfolds. It's giving you a real-time perspective. And it's wonderful to have you on board and join us and to bring you with me. Again, members of the public being able to stroke these horses, just super nice. I'm sure the horses, I'm sure they like it. Oh. They're very used to it as well, and lucky, as you can see, these horses don't have blinkers on their eyes, so they're indeed very, very well trained to deal with traffic and members of the public, huge crowds. Often you see horses with blinkers on, but these horses don't have blinkers on, nor do the guards' horses. Just stunning, majestic animals. Okay, so time check. Let's have a look. So we're going to zoom up. And it's about 22 minutes past 11. So just over 5 minutes or so, we're going to see some activity. And that will be the change of the guard. There's something going on down there. We have a quick look. See some guards marching. Lots of crowd control, lots of patience. As I said earlier, these guards and police officers have been out here for hours already. I can't imagine how long it takes to get ready in all this attire, get the horses ready, and then begin their duties. And especially that there's royalty present, so the king is in town. There are extra traditions today. Hence, carrying the colour and the additional horse on the end. So is this your first time seeing Horse Guards Parade? Is this as close as you've been? Let me know. And if you are enjoying this video, give me a like. And also let me know in the comment box below if you wish any question being answered. I shall do my best. Whereabouts in the world are you viewing today? Where are you watching this video from? It's incredible. We have an incredible subscriber count of almost 250,000 subscribers, nearly 250,000. Thank you to each and every one of you. So there are many areas of changing of the guard happening right now. So we are on Horse Guards Parade, which is at the bottom end of St James's Park, and at the top end of St James's Park is Buckingham Palace. Now, changing of the guard is happening there right now, so you actually you can't see everything in one go. So if you are visiting London and you wish to see everything, then you do need to visit changing of the guard on multiple days. So in the winter, changing of the guard happens every other day, and in the summer, it happens every day. So lots to see, lots to do, lots of regiments. Also, every day or every time they do change of the guard, it's ever so slightly different with different regiments. And like we've just seen today, that sometimes you get the occasional surprise of royal motorcades. So we're going to go back around the front to claim our space, to have a great look at what's about to happen in the next few minutes or so. So you can see there's quite a few members of the public here as well, and they're getting ready to view what's about to happen. And if we stand here, we've got an excellent view of what should be in a few moments' time horses and guards coming out of this archway here. That's why the armed officers are keeping this space clear. Now, it's fantastic to bring you along with me in real time, seeing exactly how it all unfolds. Now, it does happen all around the park, so if you're happy walking around, then you really can have a fantastic experience. And if you're abroad right now, then I hope that this video gives you the same experience of what it's like in real life. Well, not even abroad, even if you're in other parts of the UK and you've not been to London. Okay, so any moment now, you can see the clock is about to strike past. That's 11:30 a.m. in the UK. So these guards have waited here patiently until the change. And any moment now, the change is about to happen. The police will ask this area to be clear, as the guards will ride down this section of Horse Guards Parade anytime soon. So it's just about to strike 11:30. Now we should see some Blues and Royals on horseback ride down the archway right now. So we've got some police making sure that the public stay back. Also need to be extremely careful, never step behind a horse. At the end of the day, they are animals and very powerful. I don't know if you can see, it's ever so slightly raining now, so it's a good job that the change is about to happen. It could get heavier as well, so let's see. So that horse doesn't want to stay still today. The other one is super relaxed. So we are waiting for the guards to arrive out of this archway right now. Now for some reason, they seem to be ever so slightly later than usual. But something is definitely about to happen as the police have just cleared the way. Now even that officer just there put his hands up to say probably what's going on. We're expecting to see Blues and Royals. Ah, there we go. So they are now exiting the tunnel. Okay, so we have some movement now. They just look fantastic. So this is the Blues and Royals. And we have the King's Life Guards right here. They are the new guard, and this is the old guard.
Oh God, steady! Oh God, stand!
Okay, so they are leaving Horse Guards and they are on their way to Knightsbridge Barracks. And we have the new guard now entering Horse Guards. And as they ride off into the distance, I'm going to bring this video to an end. And I just want to thank each and every one of you for watching today. Thank you so much. Hit that like button, subscribe, and please do consider becoming a channel member to help support the channel. The link is in the description below, and I will see you very soon in our next video.